Well, as we've heard the news, it's been confirmed Alex Neil's been appointed as Stoke City manager. And I'm reading on all the social media pages and stuff that all the Sunderland fans are like just completely just slagging them off and slating them. I mean, are we being too harsh? I mean, we don't really know the ins and outs, what's happened, what's going on. He might not have even wanted to stay there in the first place. You know, he was never going to stay. We just don't know. But are we being a bit harsh on him? Like I said, I think we need to just hang fire a bit. And I think we need to wait, and at least until Alex Neil comes out, you would think he'd be giving his side of the story, of his statement, to find out what's happening. But I just don't know. He signed. Oh, there's my alarm going off. Hold on. There we go. He never signed like a proper contract with us, did he? Everybody calling him a snake and a Judas and a prick and a baldy bastard and all that carry on. I just think we need to just pipe down a little bit. Do you know what I mean? He got us out of that division. You know, he got us promoted. We could have still been in League One. I think if we didn't have Alex Neil, we would still be there. So we have to be grateful with that one. I think there's a lot of knee-jerk reactions. I think there's a lot of frustration going on at the moment with what's happening. Like, you signed a 3-year deal, but we just don't know what's happened. We don't know why. I mean, like I say, the press conferences and interviews where he's been like banging on the door to try and get this and that, and he's not being given what he's been after. You know, and I just think, you know, I would being a bit harsh. I'm not saying it's wrong what we're doing. I'm just saying that I would being a bit harsh by reacting the way we are. You know, let's just wait until the dust settles and just see and find out what happened and how can we stop it from, you know, happening again. Because, yes, I will say this, every single time Sunderland seems to get a bit of stability, and it is rare, either we're unlucky or it's either players that want to leave. I mean, now Big Sam, but it was out of his hands. But out of our hands, basically, it wasn't like he wanted to sort of stab us in the back. You can't refuse him going for an England job, can you? But with Alex Neil, I just think we need to just back off a bit. And we just don't know the ins and outs. There's always two sides to every story. I mean, if he came back to the Stadium of Light, I'd stand up and applaud him for him getting us out of the division. I wouldn't be slagging him off. I wouldn't be calling him out like that. Certainly, with no lack of evidence, what's happened on his side. That's my tea gone now. So, yeah, I just think we need to lay off a bit. You know, yeah, it's frustrating, but at the end of the day, it is his decision. If he doesn't want to be at Sunderland, he wants to be where his family is down in Stoke, then let him do it. If he wants to triple his wages, let him do it. I mean, would we not want to triple our wages if we're doing the same job? It is a job to him at the end of the day. He's not a Sunderland fan. But like I say, there's a lot of ifs and buts and speculating. I mean, even Speakman wasn't giving anything away. No, I just think we're forgetting what he did. And yeah, let's just look at it this way. We've got a few months out of him, and we got promoted, and we got to see the lads win a major game, a trophy at Wembley in front of all of our fans. And generations and generations have not seen that. So let's just think about that one and where we are now. So I think we should just say, you know, thanks Alex Neil for what you've done, rather than fuck off this and fuck off that, you're pricking this and that and the other. You know, I just think let's just pipe down a bit, because we don't know the ins and outs of what's going on. Like I say, like a couple falling out, there's always two sides of the story, isn't there? So I'm going to say, you know, thanks for the time that you've given us, and thanks for taking us into the Championship. I'm going to get my tea now. See you later.